We're back with some more for you. We often get asked about body shape. You'll read in magazines, you might be an apple or a pear or an hourglass, and we mention this quite a lot in our style videos. So we thought you might be struggling to decide which shape you actually are, and we would just run you through how to identify which body shape you are.
Okay, so we're going to start off with an hourglass shape, and this comes in sort of two versions really. So we have a neat hourglass, and if that's you, you'll be someone that has shoulders and hips in line, so you can kind of draw a line from the outside of your shoulder to your hip and it will be in a straight line. And then you'll have, this is for the neat hourglass, you'll have a neat bust, so a little bit of a curve. You'll have a curve at the waistline and a neat tummy and a neat bottom. So it's an hourglass shape, so you do make that sort of figure of 8 shape, but a very neat version. If you're someone that's fuller figured, you will also be hourglass if you have a very sort of 8 shape, if you like, that in and out at the waistline, but you're fuller, so you have a fuller curve. So if I use my lovely assistant here, Beth, if she stands to the side and I stand to the side, if we can kind of see in terms of curvature, I don't have an awful lot, and Beth has got a lovely full bust. So somebody that's full hourglass will have a nice curvy bust line. They'll be very curved at the waist again, but then they'll have even more of a curve than say my bottom. So I've got quite a sort of, well, less round bottom, shall we say, and other people will have a fuller bottom. So again, it's that round shape, or sort of hourglass shape, but fuller bust, definitely goes in and out at the waistline, and then a fuller bottom and a fuller tummy. So that's the first two.
That's the first two. Then we come on to the pear shape, or sometimes it's known as a triangle. So with the hourglass, they'll wear the same size top and bottom generally, but with a pear shape, they'll wear a smaller size at the top and a larger size at the bottom. Their shoulders will be smaller than the hips. So if you are a pear shape, you might put on a bit of weight, take off a bit of weight, but you're never going to grow your shoulders, okay? And you're never going to shrink those hip bones. That's where they are. Now, opposite to a sort of pear or a triangle, you've got your inverted triangle. And they're the other way around. So they'll wear a bigger size on the top and they'll have neater, narrower hips. So larger shoulders, straighter usually, not much definition between waist and hips. It's a neater look. Sometimes you get an inverted triangle that has a fuller bust. I like to call those a strawberry because they are sort of more strawberry shape, and you'll find that in magazines sometimes as well. Broader shoulders, but again, very neat hips and legs.
Okay, and if you're not either of those or 4 of those shapes that we've just discussed, you might be somebody who's got a straighter shape. So this is somebody whose hips and shoulders will be in line, and they will have a straighter rib cage. So there's less definition going in and out at the waistline. So somebody like that, the straighter shape is either called a rectangle, or if you've got that straighter shape but you're very lean, so not much sort of fat on you anywhere, if you've got a very lean figure, you can be quite tall with it as well, then you'd be what we call a lean column. So a straighter shape up and down, shoulders and hips in line, and the straightness is at the waistline. So there's less definition, less going in and out at the waistline, and that is your lean column. So either rectangle, lean column, and a bit like Beth just said, actually, you often get rectangles, but they've got a fuller bust. So it doesn't mean necessarily that you're straight up and down everywhere. You might still have a curve at the top half of you, but you'll definitely be straight around your hips and bottom and downwards. So you might often have flat bottoms and things like that. So that's your rectangle and your lean column.
And then last but definitely not least, we have our apple ladies, or ovals. They might be known as an oval or an apple shape. Again, everybody has a challenge area. Usually if they put weight on, it goes on the tummy, but they usually have absolutely beautiful legs and ankles. So that's a little rundown, your 7 shapes, and hopefully on the videos that we're going to show you in the future, you will have identified your body shape. If you are still struggling, give us a little call.
We can help you.
Sometimes people do fall a little bit between one and the other shape, and we can help you to put, sometimes you'll be a bit more rectangle at the top, but you'll have a bit of curve or a little bit of saddlebag, as some people call them, down the bottom. So we can help you put the 2 things together and work out the style that's going to suit you. Sometimes you can't go with general rules.
Yeah.
You need a little bit of extra help to put it all together. Hope to see you soon.
See you soon.